for our first site of today, which is Senate Square. As you can see, this used to be the Christmas market, but now it's like moving away. So Senate Square looks like this. So not too bad. Now we're going inside a famous church, but then this is the outside. So let's take a look first before we go inside. We're inside the church, and this is what you can see. Yeah, not too bad for €8. Good to enjoy this kind of view. Now we're gonna have some meal, my dinner and some drinks before boarding the flight to Rovaniemi. So yeah, quite hungry, so let's dig in. Yeah. So now we're walking to the gate, and this is the Helsinki airport. Looks really nice, to be honest. Yeah, they say this is one of the best airports in Europe. So we're boarding the flight to Rovaniemi, so that's the home of Santa Claus. So yeah, we're about to go. So yeah, now we're gonna line up over there, and then we're gonna take this flight. So yeah, it's gonna be around a 1 hour flight. Now we are on board the Norwegian, so let's take a seat.
Sorry.
And then we're getting on board.
This
So
one,
yeah,
yeah, that's will fit also.
not too bad.
Your hair, don't touch.
Waiting for this flight now on the way from the airport to the hostel, and it's quite dark and it's a lot of snow compared to Helsinki, as you can see here. Just got outside of the hostel and we're exploring Rovaniemi and go to Santa Claus Village. So you can see here it's very snowy, just like a real winter wonderland, and now it's really cold, right? So yeah, I had to wear like maybe 5 or 6 layers of clothes, and then now I'm walking to get some food and water, and then after that we'll head to head to Santa Claus Village. So it looks really nice. So yeah, walking slowly because it's quite slippery. It actually feels like Antarctica over here. So yeah, on the way to Santa Claus Village. So yeah, it's quite not very good weather, so it's quite slow. We made it to Santa Claus Holiday Village, and we're gonna meet Santa, so it's right over there. I have to walk, and maybe after meeting Santa, we'll get lunch here and check out what this village has to offer. Because the fun fact of this city is that the sunrise will only be the sun lasts only for 3 hours, and then most of the time the sky will be darker than this. So it's good to enjoy this few hours of sunlight before it becomes dark again. Yeah. Getting closer to meet your Santa, so quite excited to see if it's worth the wait. We're inside already, but then the line is still long. So yeah, maybe let's see how long will it take until we take a picture of Santa Claus. So we finally got a photo with Santa Claus, and it took like 2.5 hours to get this nice photo, but I guess it's good to experience getting the photo with the real Santa Claus before. So we're now gonna check out the other parts of this Santa Claus village. Yeah. This village, it's quite big actually, and you can see the post office is right here. So we're just gonna go around and see what food we can eat, and then go around and check out what this village has to offer. So yeah. So luckily today's weather is like not too cold, then because you normally here is like -10, but then today is like 5 degrees only. So I think today's temperature is quite good. So yeah, very lucky to be here at the time when the temperature is not cold, not too cold, not too warm. So you can still feel the Christmas vibes. Yeah. See that this is Santa Claus office. So this is the main one, and there's a very big Christmas tree. Yeah. Finally having lunch in Santa Claus Village, and the meal here is quite pricey for a hot chocolate and chicken breast, around €20, but yeah, quite hungry, so no choice. Finally find Santa's reindeer right here, and you can actually ride on it. You can see people actually pay some money to ride on it. So let's see if I'll ride on it today, but it looks really cool, the reindeer. Finally get to see a reindeer up close in person. Yeah. So here you can actually see the real reindeer. They have come in different colors like white, brown, white and black. It looks really cool. Compared to the other angles, this is the best angle to see all the reindeer. Finally our turn to ride the reindeer. So it's quite a touristic thing to do here in Rovaniemi, but I think it's worth it even though it costs like around €30, but you have to do it once in your life. So yeah. So yeah, I think most likely I'll sit at the back, but I think just for the experience to feel like how it feels to be pulled by a reindeer. Riding the reindeer feels actually quite cool because reindeer is actually quite fast, and then you have the coat to cover you because it's a bit cold. Yeah. Okay, so I think it's quite good to do this. I think if you come to Finland, you must definitely do this reindeer ride in Rovaniemi, the home of Santa Claus. Yeah, so it's good to experience this once in your life, please. So. Only done riding the reindeer, and the reindeer looks here, so they look quite happy when you pet it, but don't get too close to it. That's what the owner said. You can pet it like this. Thank you, reindeer, and the reindeer won't get angry. So yeah, quite good to ride the reindeer. Now heading back to the hotel to rest for a bit, and then I'll hopefully see the northern lights today. Now going to Santa Claus main post office. I just lined up to see what it looks like, and maybe send myself a Christmas card back to Hong Kong. So the line for this post office is actually quite long, maybe 20 to 30 minutes, but not as long as the line to see Santa Claus. The Santa Claus main post office is very touristic, and then once you buy a postcard, you can actually send it right here. And then yeah, very cool. So you can actually buy souvenirs when you come here. So it's like not a normal post office, but it's like a very cool post office. So you have many postcards and many stamps you can choose to get. So now I wrote myself a Christmas card, and now I'm going to send it to the Daily Mail as the greeting to see what's the process like. So here it goes, and let's see when it comes back to Hong Kong, and that's it. Yeah. So quite exciting to actually go to the Santa Claus post office, because it's actually more like a souvenir shop, but then you can write your Christmas card and check it out. Yeah.
So you can make your own choice. Yes, stay burning. I put some bark now upside down. And I'm going to put this bark inside. I put already some bigger pieces around. Like this, and I'm putting the bark to the inside. So hello.
This is what the tent in Finland looks like, and then when you burn things like food or charcoal, it's like this. So,
glass igloo to stay.
So you can make your own choice.
Now back at the airport, and yesterday we failed to see the northern lights even though we tried. So now it's 8 in the morning and it's still very dark. So yesterday we tried to see the northern lights, and we came back to the hotel at around 1 in the morning, and we left at around 8 in the evening. So unfortunately we drove for like around 2 hours to somewhere far away from Rovaniemi, but we couldn't see the northern lights. So yeah, now we're heading back to Helsinki, and we're going to see what we can do in Helsinki. So we're now heading to Helsinki, and yeah, it's at around 9:20 in the morning now in Rovaniemi. Yeah, so we're finally back in Helsinki, the airport, and then now we're heading to the hostel, and then I'm gonna relax a bit, and then gonna explore a little bit of the city before heading back to Hong Kong. So yeah. Yep, so we finally made it to the hostel, and this is my bed. Unfortunately, they didn't have the single room available, but this looks good for one night, so it looks quite good. So I can put my luggage here and sleep here for a while. And yeah, so let's see if we get to explore the city before sleeping tonight.